It is so hot outside, but I kind of want something sweet to eat. So today we're going to be making a no-bake key lime cheesecake. Let's get started. First, we're going to need 1 cup of graham crackers, crushed. Then you're going to need a 1/4 cup of sugar. So we're going to mix that up all together. And then you're going to need some melted butter. So we're just going to pour that right in there. And then just scrape the excess off there. And then we're going to mix that together. That's all mixed up really nicely together to where you can, basically we're going to put this in a pan and we're going to squish it down. So the butter actually gives it a little bit of moisture where it holds the shape. So let's go ahead and do that. Those of you who've watched me before know that I really like the Nordic Ware brand here. But this is a non-stick, but if you don't have a non-stick, go ahead and spray your pan. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and pour that all in there. And then once we have that all in, we're going to pat it down. Now we've squashed it down to make sure that it's really nice and tightly packed in there. We're just going to go ahead and just put a paper towel over that and just really just push it down. And make sure that it's nice and tight. Alright, so now it's packed down there. We're going to go ahead and go to our next step. So once again, once this is all nice and patted, you can see it's very nice and dense. If there are any loose pieces, just go ahead and pat them down. Alright, let's get started on our next step. We have 22 ounces, which is about 2.5 bars of cream cheese. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And we're going to mix that all together here. What we're going to do is we're just going to mix it up. And then I just mixed up some whipped topping, which we'll be getting to that in a moment. So I'm going to put this in the bowl, put it in the mixer, whipped cream, and then we're going to mix that all together. So let's go ahead and do that. That's all mixed in together. Now we're going to take, this is our whipped topping that we made ahead of time. We mixed it in the same bowl after the whipped topping was done because, you know, it helps out, it gives it the same flavor. So now we're going to go ahead and take 1¼ cups of whipped topping. That's already been mixed. Now with the whipped topping, you're going to want to always add just a little bit of sugar. That way it gives it a little bit of sweetness. And we're going to stir that up. Now we're going to add our key lime. It's key lime juice or key lime West juice that I'm using. We're going to pour that right in. And that is going to be 1/3 cup. And then we're going to mix it in all together. I can smell that key lime. It smells wonderful. And we're going to mix it in all together. Make sure that that is good there. Let me get a scraper. We're going to scrape the sides and mix it again. We just want to make sure that the key lime juice is all throughout. And it smells wonderful, I can tell you. And I actually tried a little bit of it. I love key lime. It tastes really good. So once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and put that right in here. So we're just going to scrape that out and put that in there. All right, we have scraped all of that in there, and now we're just going to lightly press it down. Just kind of make it a little even there. And this is a no-bake cheesecake, so it is going to go into the freezer. And just lightly try to make it a little even. There we go. Okay. Then once we go ahead and do that, we're going to stick that in the freezer or the refrigerator. The freezer be a short amount of time, but we're going to stick in the refrigerator for about 5 to 6 hours. So it's going to be nice and chilled. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, our key lime cheesecake is out, and as you can tell, it's nice to the touch there. And if you need to, for your pan, lightly go around your pan with a butter knife. Put a plate on top of it, flip it upside down or right side up, then lift the pan up, and then that will be very helpful. And if for some reason it doesn't go right away, just lightly tap it and then go back around inside with the pan if it gets stuck. Sometimes that just happens. Now this is whipped topping that we have here, and I put just a little bit of green dye in it to make it look like, oh hey, it might be a key lime cheesecake. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to put our limes on. And now we're going to go ahead and put our limes on. So we're just going to like place it like that. And just, these are limes that are cut in half. This is not a key lime because key lime is harder to find in some areas, in most areas. But we're just going to put it like that. And then just go around all the way and just lightly place it in the whipped topping. But they'll get the idea. This is a key lime or a lime pie. Or cheesecake anyways. Okay, so there you go. There is our finished product. If you're not going to be eating it right away, put it back in the refrigerator. It looks very yummy, as you can see. And it smells wonderful. So if you like key lime, and you like cheesecake, and you don't want to bake because it's hot, this is the way to go. So I want to thank you very much for watching. Let's make the world a better place. Check out some of our other videos, and hope you enjoy this.